Hey everyone, this is Sam and welcome to my Monster Hunter Rise basic and advanced tips. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to perfect your skill with a S tier weapon and how to trigger insane combos with it. I will show you methods on how to manage your buffs and combos efficiently from the hunting horn so you can do 800 plus damage sequences like this, like the one you're seeing on screen. So if you would like to see more Monster Hunter Rise tutorials from me, just click on the card above or the link in the playlist in the description below. You'll find all the tutorials I made in this game all year. Also, you can add SamFam, the gamertag, to play multiplayer together with me on Nintendo Switch. And also, if you would like to see more Monster Hunter Rise content, make sure to subscribe. So, starting off, the hunting horn, the key goal you always want to do is always maintain triple buffs. And the best way to do that is, there's two ways to achieve this. The first way I'm going to show you is a ground-bound combo that allows you to trigger a magnificent trio from the ground, like you see there. So how you do this is as such. The input is you want to push your left stick forward and click X together, and then click A, and then click X plus A, and then click CR plus X. And if you look to the top left right here, you see those input is going to give you the necessary nodes to allow you to be able to trigger a magnificent trio. And by triggering the magnificent trio, you're going to get all of the buffs. You're going to get the defense buff, the attack buff, and the health recovery buff. So you will get the triple buff from that ground combo sequence right there. So here is the Airborne combo. And to do this, you got to go CL plus X with your weapon sheathed. And then X again, then X plus A, and then finish with CR plus X. And here's the sequence. So you go with your weapon sheathed, CL plus X is gonna allow you to get an airborne with a wire buck. And as you're in the air, you're gonna tap X, which unsheathes your horn. So now you're ready to hit. After that, you're gonna go X again, and that's gonna give you your downswing and your first X note, right? And then you're gonna click A, and then X plus A. So that's going to give you the 3 notes you need to trigger the Magnificent Trio. The X, the A, and the X plus A. If you look at the top left, you can see right there. Now my Magnificent Trio is ready to use whenever I see fit. And that's air combo. So with your weapon sheath, jump into the air and do that. So this air combo way of triggering the Magnificent Trio, it's high mobility and it's also distance friendly. Because you can do it from a distance while your weapon is sheathed. So you can fly in there. So now we're going to add a Silk Band skill that's going to make this air and ground combo even more powerful. And to do this one, it's a CL plus A, that's the Earth Shaker. And this is going to cost you 2 wire bucks, alright? So you're aware of that. And you want to do this while you're close to the enemy's head. And you want to aim for the heads for maximum damage. So it's a 2-hit combo. You can see first hit does 92. And the second hit does 162. So that's major damage for 2 wire bucks. So you can see here what I did was I did the air combo into the Magnificent Trio, and then into the Earth Shaker. So I get triple buff through all my hits. So there's the air combo with my weapon sheath. So I'm using the wire buck to get in the air. I'm doing my hits. I get my Magnificent Trio. I trigger just that. And that animation has a little bit of invincibility frame. So it really helps out. And right after it ends, I get the buff. I move myself into the head area with my 2 wire bucks. I use the Silk Band skill, Earth Shaker, right in the head, 79, 194. That's a high damage sequence. But there's a way to go even higher, and that's going from Magnificent Trio into Infernal Melody, and then into Earth Shaker. And let me show you how to do just that. So in order to be able to trigger Infernal Melody, you see that hunting horn symbol there? That circle needs to be filled all the way to a flash. And once it's flashing, you can tap CR after a Magnificent Trio to trigger Infernal Melody. So here I'm using the ground combo trigger to get myself the necessary notes, the X, the A, and the XA, so I can get the Magnificent Trio. So now with the damage, the circle is filled actually from attack. So now the circle has been filled. And once it's filled after a Magnificent Trio attack, I can tap CR right after so I can trigger Infernal Melody. And that's the way to do it. So now you can see this following animation is an Infernal Melody after a Magnificent Trio. So just tap CR to trigger it. That's the Infernal Melody. And you see that new symbol on the top left there. That's the 4th symbol, meaning I'm getting the attack buff from the Infernal Melody, which gives 1.3 times damage buff. And right now, I'm going to go into my Earth Shaker to end it all. So CL plus A. And you can see this is a much higher damage Earth Shaker. And that sequence alone was actually 600 damage. Just doing that sequence. So overall, the hunting horn is definitely the S tier weapon of this game. I would say it's the strongest weapon in the game. Not only because you're doing the Magnificent Trio to get the triple buffs, you have ground and air combo ways to trigger the triple buffs as quickly as possible, and you can do it with the weapon sheath or unsheath as the beginning sequence of the ground combo or the air combo. And once you're doing the Magnificent Trio, it's going to give you the buffs. They last for a decent amount of time, but because you're always doing it, it's going to buff yourself and your teammates or your pets, right? So that's insane. And just the fact that the Magnificent Trio has a little bit of invincibility frames. You can see I'm doing it multiple times here, and I'm not that easy to hit. And if I do get hit, it doesn't really matter because I have defense buff constantly. And the mobility is also insane, right? Because I can go from the air combo into the Magnificent Trio. So I can actually fight with my weapon sheath, figure out the best angle, then go at my enemy, then trigger this entire high damage sequence. And to top it all off, there's the Silk Band skill, Earthshaker, that goes perfectly with the rest of the things you're doing. Literally everything you do is cost efficient because every move helps, right? Because one hit of X into a hit of A into XA obviously does damage to the monster. But if you do that sequence of input, it allows you to go with the Magnificent Trio, which is already a very high damaging combo with, you know, invincibility frames. But when you end the Magnificent Trio, you are gonna get buffs. And if you do this enough, sometimes when you end the Magnificent Trio, you're gonna have your Infernal Melody horn filled up. And then if you pick CR to perform right after that, then everything else you do will be buffed up, and then you will actually be quadruple buffed. And while you're quadruple buffed, you can flow right into an Earthshaker, which is possibly the highest damage return you can get for using 2 wire buffs. That is likely the strongest Silk Band skill in this game. Everything flows in sequence. You can trigger it from the ground with your weapons drawn out, or from the air with your weapons sheathed in. There's flexibility, there's mobility, there is buffs, the freeway buffs, quad buffs, there's extreme buffs, and there's a Silk Band skill with insanely high damage. But if you do this right, it is possible at one go. You can actually do a air combo or ground combo to start, go into the Magnificent Trio, and then Infernal Melody, and end with the Earthshaker, and you can do 1000 plus damage in like 9 seconds, 8 seconds. So when you ground an enemy, the Hunting Horn is devastating. And when you're not grounding the enemy, it's devastating effectively to ground an enemy anyways. Like, just everything about this weapon just works so well together, and all of its combos work so well with the nature and the uniqueness of the weapon. S tier everything. Definitely combos and weapons. The Hunting Horn is the way to go. So like I said, if you want to see more tutorials on every monster or every weapon in this game, just click on the card above or link in the description. Please add a like if you enjoyed this video. If you got any questions, leave it in the comment section. Feel free to add my gamertag so we can play online together. And as always, thanks for coming by, and I look forward to speak to you guys again very soon.